Hello and welcome to another video from Midas Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today we're looking at something that is now incredibly old, incredibly rare and very hard to find, especially in this 100% complete condition. We are looking at the 1950s release of the Dan Dare Jigsaw Puzzle series, and these were all based on the character Dan Dare, the pilot of the future, who appeared in the Eagle comics. Now, Dan Dare was basically a British science fiction comic hero, and he was probably the UK's answer to Buck Rogers. And the comic strips ran in the Eagle comic from 1950 to 1967, and it was entitled Dan Dare, Pilot of the Future. Obviously there was reprints that were run after that, and also there was a radio show on Radio Luxembourg which ran from 1951 to 1956, and that was 7 days a week dramatisation on radio. And then Dan Dare returned in comic strip form to the 2000 AD comic, which ran from 77 to 79, and then again in the relaunched Eagle comic, which ran from 1982 until 1994. So quite a lot of comic strips were produced for our Pilot of the Future. Anyway, today we are looking at the Dan Dare Jigsaw Puzzles, and this is the box that it comes in front of us. Now, there was 4 different jigsaw puzzles in this series that were produced, and this one that we're looking at today is called the Interplanetary Space Fleet Headquarters, and it features Dan Dare and his fellow space pilots at the, obviously, headquarters. Okay, so this is the box in front of us. So at the top it's got Dan Dare Jigsaw. It's got by permission of Eagle, and it's puzzle, and its size is 13 3/4 inches by 9 3/4 inches, and there is over 200 pieces. You can see an image of Dan Dare and his co-pilot, and there's the image of the actual jigsaw puzzle, and it says Interplanetary Space Fleet Headquarters. Okay, so that's the front of the box. Let's just lift the box to the side, and on the side there it says Dan Dare Jigsaw Puzzle. And there you can see the rocket going off. We've got the same puzzle on the end, Dan Dare Jigsaw Puzzle. It's the same image, sorry, on the end, Dan Dare Jigsaw Puzzle. And on the other side, it's Dan Dare Jigsaw Puzzle again, same image again, and exactly the same on the other end as well. On the back, there's nothing, as there wasn't on any of these early jigsaw puzzles. Okay, that is the box. Let's open the box up now, and let's have a look at the contents inside. Okay, so I've opened the box, and this is what we got inside. So we've got all the jigsaw pieces, and they are in a bag. Let's actually take them out of the bag. Let's empty them out into the box. Let's just remove the bag out of the way. And there you can see all the pieces. You can see the pieces are quite small pieces. I'm just going to measure one piece so you can see with the size. So from end to end, 3.5 centimetres. Width-wise is about 2 centimetres. So that's the size of the average size of most of the pieces. But you can see these pieces are in absolutely pristine condition. For a jigsaw puzzle that is getting on for 75 years old, it is absolutely fantastic condition. The pieces are solid, they're clean, they're bright, they slot together perfectly. I can find any that are actually still together, which I can't. No. Oh, maybe. Does that go together? No, it doesn't. So I can't find any that are still attached together. But you can see the quality of the jigsaw puzzle. I mean, these jigsaw puzzles back in the 50s were brilliant anyway, because they were thicker. Oh, there we go. Although it's not, they don't join together there. But you can see how the quality of them and how they would slot together very, very easily, and just absolutely pristine condition jigsaw puzzle. It's as close as perfect as you would find a version of this jigsaw puzzle. Absolutely fantastic condition. Now, the difficult part about these, when you've got a straight edge, you think that's an edge piece, but in these jigsaw puzzles there wasn't always edge pieces. So if you had a slight curve on the edge, it's not an edge piece. It had to be dead square at right angle for it to be an edge piece, and that's obviously a corner, so that obviously is that top right hand corner there. And there's this piece here is obviously that piece that goes across there. So yeah, I mean, absolutely brilliant condition jigsaw puzzle. I mean, these Dan Dare jigsaw puzzles are very hard to find these days, especially complete condition. But finding them like this in absolutely immensely almost mint condition is fabulous. And that piece obviously goes in that top right hand corner there. Now, 200 pieces of this jigsaw puzzle. Now, I have actually made this jigsaw puzzle, and it is complete, and I will, at the end of this video, put up a image of the completed jigsaw so you can see what it looks like all done and dusted. But how well did these do back in the 1950s? Well, you got to remember, in the 1950s we didn't have much entertainment. So there was, when I say much entertainment, we didn't have online. There was no internet, there was no streaming services, there was no satellite television. We had 2 or 3 channels, so BBC One, BBC Two and ITV. That was it. Back in the 50s, actually back in the 50s, I think there was only 2 channels. But then I think ITV came online eventually in the 80s, Channel 4 and then Channel 5, and then obviously as the years went on, the satellite channels came on, and pretty much everybody has satellite these days. But back then, in the 1950s, it was 2 channels, maybe 3. I can't remember the actual year when the 3rd channel came online. But yeah, so we didn't have a great deal of entertainment. What was on TV was on. TV didn't run 24 hours a day like it does now. It used to start round about 10 o'clock in the morning, and you had programs for schools and colleges first thing in the morning, and then it would finish around about 11, 12 o'clock at night. That would be the end of the TV. So it was shut down for the evening. So that's how television worked back then. So entertainment, we used to have to make our own entertainment. Jigsaw puzzles was a big thing, together with annuals and merchandise from your favourite television shows or your comic series. In this instance, it was a comic series. Jigsaw puzzles, all merchandise related to your favourite shows or comics was quite big at the time. Annuals were huge. Jigsaw puzzles were huge. So if you liked Dan Dare, when these jigsaw puzzles come out, they would have sold massively. They were mass produced and massively sold. Now, that was 1950. Let's move forward to 2024, 74 years on. Do these jigsaw puzzles come up very often on the platforms nowadays? And the answer to that is no, they don't. You do occasionally see them come up. However, most of the time when you see them on platforms, most of them say unchecked for completeness, so you just know there's going to be pieces missing. You very rarely see any of these that are completed on the platforms, and after 74 years, you know, the chances of pieces being missing is quite high. So yes, they do pop up very occasionally, but when they do, it's hit and miss if they're going to be complete. I mean, most of them are usually in the box. The boxes were very good quality, and you can see on the box they even had these tapes on the side to stop the boxes from splitting. So good quality, thick card, and even the top of the lids were very thick, so the corners didn't split like a lot of the later versions did. So it's good quality packaging that they made back in those days. So the boxes would have, if the jigsaw puzzles survived, the boxes definitely have. And like I say, the quality of the puzzle was very good. And this particular one is all in the actual puzzle itself is in pristine condition. There is some wear along the edges of the box, but otherwise it's pretty much in pristine condition. So no, they don't come up for sale very often on the platforms, and when they do, you've got to be careful to making sure they are complete and they're not missing any pieces. And as usual, I would tell you over and over again, if you're ordering on platforms, be very careful what you are buying, or what you think you're buying, because a lot of platforms use stock photographs, and if you choose to order an item without reading the full description of the item you're purchasing, so in this instance it would be under used, and you would have to click the used link to see images of the actual item you're buying and a description of the actual item you're buying. Otherwise, you're just going to look at the front page with the stock image and the stock description. So just be a bit careful what you are looking at if you prefer to order on a platform. Or alternatively, you can come straight to us at Midas Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles, where you will find this jigsaw puzzle and many other vintage jigsaw puzzles. There's over 10,000 products available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I'm absolutely positive that this is something you're not going to want to miss, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new products which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or perhaps just something from your childhood that you like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed reviewing this wonderful old jigsaw puzzle with me. Don't forget to watch to the end, because you will see an image of the completed jigsaw puzzle, and it is 100% complete. Okay, that's it for me. We'll see you again next video. So bye for now.